Merhaba herkese. Bugün University of Wolverhampton'dan temsilcilerimiz bizimle olacaklar. Şehirde ve üniversitede istihdam ve yaşam hakkında bilgiler verecekler. Hello everyone. So please introduce yourself to the audience.
Hello, my name is Dr. Sage Binige. I'm an academic here at the University of Wolverhampton.
And hi everyone, my name is Raluca Nikita and I'm the International Recruitment Manager for Middle East and North Africa at the University of Wolverhampton.
Hello everyone, my name is Osazepi Sidahosa. I'm an international student at the University of Wolverhampton.
Nice to meet you. So if you're ready, you can start your presentation. After your presentation, I will ask the questions of the students, then you can answer them. Then we will finalize the webinar.
Okay, thank you very much and welcome everyone to this session. My name is Dr. Sage Binige and today I'll be talking you through some courses that we have here at the business school. Now, these are selected courses. This by no means is all the courses. We've just picked out some that we'll be able to share with you. And for you to get any other courses that are not presenting today, you will need to go to our website and review all of the content there. So I'll look at the PG courses, that's postgraduate master's level, and specifically I'll be picking three courses. One is International MBA, MSc Finance and Accounting, and MSc Digital Marketing and Management. Now, like I said, we have more on our website, so please take your time to review the courses that we have in our list. And if any of these ones that I'm explaining today, if you're interested, please again ask your question. I'll be able to address that. And if you also have any question regarding any courses not here, if I have the answer, I will help address that. If not, I'll come back to that in a later time. Now, for the first one, International MBA, International Masters of Business Administration. Now, this particular course have sort of three options. The first option is the full-time International MBA program itself, which is a full-time program, 12 months. And then we also have the extended version. Now, the difference between the extended version and the IMBA is for those candidates that perhaps do not have the requirement in terms of the first degree grades, to give them this first option. Now, with the extended version, you take on an additional module that will prep you, to get a par with the other course. And then the third one is the same International Masters of Business Administration, but with professional practice. Now, what this means is that while you finish your master's program, you will have the opportunity to work. Okay, for me, work means have a placement, engage in practice, okay, relevant to the area that you want to specialize in. And then after that work placement, you finish your master. So that is why you can see that the duration of time for the International Masters of Business Administration with professional practice is much longer than the other options. Okay, so it's 14 months, while the others is just 12 months, 1 year. Now, the course leader for this particular course is Chini. She's one of our academics here. She also leads this course. If for any reason you have any questions, concerns, or perhaps you're interested, but you would like to know more, just drop her a line. Her email address is there, and she will be able to come back to you about this particular course. Now, to give you an idea as to how the course itself is structured, these are the modules that you will take. in this particular course. Now, again, this module will differ depending on the options that you have chosen. For example, with the professional practice, or perhaps just the IMBA and the extended version. So for the extended version, you do what we call independent business analysis project. Now, with that particular one, you will be required to do something like a dissertation. Okay, now with the dissertation, you will do literature review, you do some analysis. That will be at the end of your program. However, we usually say it is a 1 year period, but the 1 year period is broken down into different elements. All right, such that towards the end of your program, you have some time to really carry out your research. And you can see there, it's 60 credit module itself, and the course leader is Mo Bashar. For those that will take on the professional practice, you again have a sort of different project, which is the master's project. Now, the difference between the master's project to the other independent business analysis project is that the master project, it is related to a workplace environment. That is, you create a document that will add value to an organization. So it's more practice-based project. So for example, if I am on this particular course, professional practice course, and I want to do my master's project, I may look at a company around me, and then maybe, for example, Apple. Okay, I can pick Apple as a case study. I'll try to examine what is going on there, and then try to investigate, conduct some literature review, do some analysis, workplace, environment, something that will add value to that organization, at that point in time. But with the other project, it's more literature based, it's more academic based. It's not specifically narrowed down to a particular organization in itself. So that is how the whole courses are structured. Again, depends on which option you are going for. If it's a professional practice, you have 14 months, okay, inclusive of the period you will stay with a particular company to get some experience and then put into use what you've learned in classroom, or the other options, which is just 12 months. And the next master's program we have is MSc Finance and Accounting. This is a 12-month program, it's a full-time. The course leader is Dr. Fatah Bakare. Now, this particular one is a very, again, it's exciting and interesting course because I do teach in this particular master's program. And then even the previous one, the one I just showed us just now, I also teach in that one. You can see 7AC009, Dr. Sagede, I'm the module leader. So that's a different module, but for this particular course. However, for the finance and accounting one, I also have another module because I do teach finance and accounting here, and my research specifically is international business and finance. So I have some interest, perhaps I can say soft side for accounting and finance. This module course itself is designed for people that do not necessarily have accounting or finance background. Now, I know some of us may have interest in accounting, some of us may have interest in finance, but our undergraduate degree may be something different. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you're a manager in a company, or perhaps you're an engineer, but you just want to have an accounting or finance background. Okay, this course is for you, because we do not actually design it for just accounting candidates. We're looking for people that are professionals, people that have experience, people that have interest in finance related field. So if you look at how it is structured in terms of the modules, we have international finance there. You can see my name there. It's a 30 credit module. What that means is that you have to dedicate up to 300 hours, to study that module. However, you need to take note that out of that 300 hours include the time you will spend in the classroom, and then the other time will be the library, looking at videos, which I will talk about later on in my presentation. So we also have other modules there. You can see entrepreneurial finance. We have financial statement analysis, management accounting, decision making, and then research project, which again is linked to the project that Mo is leading. Again, like I said, this particular course is not designed for just finance and accounting candidate. It's actually designed for anybody with experience that has a degree, and has a passion to learn more when it comes to financial and accounting areas. In terms of assessment, how this particular course is assessed, again, is very similar to the international MBA program. It's assessed based on coursework. So what this means is that you'll be required to write a report. Okay, you write a report. Now, every modules that I showed you earlier, they may have their own sort of structure. Okay, they may have their own structure. For example, international finance, which is my module, you'll be required to write a report. Okay, and the report will look at different aspects, okay, of international financing by multinational. Okay, but it is just one report. For the entrepreneurial financial management, I think there's 2 reports you need to write. So one will be maybe at the middle of the semester and then at the end of the semester, so just to reduce the workload, as you do your research and your work as you study. The others, financial statement analysis, again, is still coursework, but just one report. Management accounting, again, is one report, and then the project will be towards the end of your program. So it is essentially coursework. There is no exam in this particular one. Okay, in this particular course, there's no exam. Now, for you to pass, you need to score 50%. Again, this is similar to the international MBA. All right, for the master's level, for you to pass a particular module, you must score 50 and above. Anything below 50 will be a fail. Okay, for a master's level. Again, this one is particularly different when you're looking at undergraduate courses. Okay, but for a master's at the University of Wolverhampton, and this is across other universities as well, at the master's level, you need to score 50% and above. Now, again, not just because we're having coursework, during the delivery, during the semester, we may put you in groups. We could put you in a task that will require you to work as a group. That may involve presentation, that may involve analysis, looking at data, looking at company's website, downloading data, put into different softwares. Again, this is to get you ready for the workplace after that particular program. The next one is MSc Digital Marketing Management. Now, again, like I said, this particular course that just explained is not necessarily meant for a particular candidate in terms of you having a marketing background. Okay, these courses are designed for people that have a passion in a particular field of study, that want to learn more. Okay, so if, for example, you want to maybe you're a manager or you're an entrepreneur, you have your own business, and you feel that you need a master's degree in marketing to add value to your business, again, this is another course you may want to consider. The course leader here is Dr. Robert Harris. Now, again, the course leader is someone that manages that course. It's like the course manager. Okay, and sometimes applications do come to the course leader. Okay, sometimes, not all the time. So if you have any questions, again, you can just drop the course leader a line. If you go to our website, just put the name there, and you see the details of that particular staff member. You can drop them an email, and they will respond. So if they don't have the answer, they will find someone within the school that have the answer, and then they will respond to you. So this is how it is structured. Okay, as you can see, there are 2 semesters, the same for the other courses that I've just explained. The first semester, you can see there, these are the courses you will do. For the extended group, that is candidate that got admission, perhaps maybe they do not have first class, they do not have second class upper, something along that line, but they will be admitted, but on the extended version. Okay, so those sort of candidates will take a module which is called Master's Learning Extended Route only. All right, so that is the additional module that they will take on that will help them gain all of those necessary knowledge that they need and put them apart with their peers. So that is semester 1 and then semester 2. These are the modules you will take. You can see the Master's Research Project is there, which is 60 credit, as every other project, they usually have more credits. Now, one of the selling points with this particular course is that you will have, recognition by the professional body, okay, the Chartered Institute of Marketing, which is a good thing. All right, you have recognition because the course itself is accredited. So you have recognition and that sort of recognitions will give you some exemptions. Okay, so if you want to become a chartered, later on after your program, you already have some exemptions. Okay, and when you are professionally certified, there are a lot of things you can do. Okay, your salary is different for someone that doesn't have that sort of professional qualification. So this particular course, we give you that pathway to become a professional. So with those exemptions, all you just need to do is to complete the other papers and then you become a professional. Okay, so that's another good selling point for this particular course if you are interested in it. So those are the 3 master's courses that I have for my presentation today. The next one will be undergraduate courses. So for the undergraduate courses, you can see I'm starting with accounting and finance because that is where I'm based. That is my portfolio, accounting, finance, and international business. Now, for the accounting and finance, we have different courses. Okay, as you can see, we have accounting and finance. Okay, then we have business and accounting, business and finance, economics and business, then economics and finance. So these are the different courses that we have in offering in our own department. Now, again, you can choose which one you want, and I will explain the differences between all of these courses and what sort of benefits you will get, in terms of the particular courses here. Now, again, if you have any questions regarding the accounting and finance or business and accounting or business and finance, you can direct that queries to me. If you have any questions regarding economics related courses, then Dr. Ian will be the right person. But again, you can drop me the line, and then if I don't have the answer, I'm happy to relay that to Ian, to help address that query. Now, for those courses I've just shown you, we have the full-time routes, and then we have the part-time route. However, if we are international, again, due to UK visa and immigration rules, it must be full-time, except you want to do what course distance learning. So I'm not sure if we have the distance learning provision for these courses. So if it's a full-time, it is 3 years. So what that means is that every year you have 2 semesters. Okay, every year you have 2 semesters for 3 years, and then you are done with your program. Now, again, the entry point is usually January and September. So if, for example, you want to join us now, the next entry point is September 2023. After September 2023, it will be January 2024. Okay, so those are the 2 entry points. However, for the international MBA, we have 3 points. Okay, we have 3 points. So we have the January, okay, we have May, and then we have September. Okay, for the international MBA and any of the options, there are 3 entry points, but the others is 2. That is the undergraduate course and the other one I have explained. So every semester, again, you take these modules, usually 2 modules or so, 2 to 3 modules, and you will need to submit your assessment. Now, assessment will usually be somewhere around January, and then we have another one in May. So if you join us in January, okay, your next submission for your assessment or exam, for example, when I'll get to the exam modules very soon, will be in May. Then after May will be the next semester. The next semester will be in September. Then after that, at the end of that semester, you will submit again, or you take your exam January the following year. Okay, so we have two assessment points, January and May. However, for those courses that have 3 entry points, it's slightly different. It will be January, May, and August. Okay, and that will only apply to the international MBA. The others are usually 2. So just a point just to mention there, because I'm looking at accounting and finance courses. Now, the accounting and finance courses that we have, they are aligned with accounting professional bodies. And usually, regularly, we kind of do what we call revalidation. Okay. Now, for those of us that are familiar with accounting, we know that the iconic or popular, the most popular one is ACCA. So we have alignment with ACCA. We also have alignment with CIMA, and we also have alignment with the England and Wales version as well. Okay, so we try to look at our courses, we look at our modules, and find a way to mold it to their expectations, such that when you finish, with us, you have some exemptions, okay, that will make you become chartered, after you finish. So for the accounting and finance course, now this is the course that is for accounting professionals. Okay, this is an undergraduate course. Now, accounting and finance course, when you finish, you will have exemptions. That is, you have ACCA exemptions. I'll be explaining the number of exemptions you will get if you study accounting and finance course. Now, with the accounting and finance, there are exams. Okay, there are exams. You will take some exam modules. For example, budgeting. There, budgeting is my own module. Taxation. These are exam-based assessment. Okay, and the reason why they are exam-based is because they are linked to professional body. Okay, so for our accounting and finance students, when they are coming in, they know that they are going to write exams. For those that don't want to write exam, then we will advise you to choose any other courses, but not this one. Okay, but the advantage of this is that after you pass through the process, you have some exemptions. For the business and finance course, this one is slightly different from the accounting and finance course. Now, the difference is that this one is more for people that perhaps don't want to write exams. Okay, so you have the course, you have the qualification of business and finance, but there is no accounting module there. So it's not linked to ACCA, it's not linked to CIMA. All right, so all through your programs here will mainly be coursework. Maybe you have one exam, if at all. All right, so but this is technically for students that are not passionate about accounting itself. And then we also have business and accounting. With this one, there will be exam. Why? Because it has accounting there, and accounting modules are usually exam based. Okay, so for those sort of students that perhaps they don't really mind about accounting, they don't really mind about accounting exams, but they want to have a blend of accounting and a blend of business management, then this will be the course for you. Okay, so this course is designed for people that don't only want to rely on accounting, they want to have business knowledge, and they also want to have that accounting, knowledge. So this again will be for you. Like I said, for the undergraduate courses, there will be every year it will be 2 semesters, and for a full time, it will be 3 years. Okay. Now, one point I would like to raise is that because we know how important it is for students to have a degree and have a job after that, we have designed our courses such that when you study with us, after the second year of study, you can take 1 year, okay, for a placement. It's optional if you want. Now, this placement, usually we call it a sandwich, program. We place you with a company. It can be here in the UK, it could be outside the UK, any company in Europe, where you will work for 1 year, you'll be paid, you get a lot of experience. However, you will need to write a report, what you've learned from the workplace, linked to the classroom experience. So that will help us to gauge to see how that has benefited you. But the good thing here is that after you return from your placement, you then have your final year. Now, from our own experience, students that engage in this placement, by the time they are finishing their final year, they'll get a job. It's either they are retained in where they're going to do their placement, or perhaps because of so much experience that they have, they know what to do when it comes to getting a job, when it comes to interviews, when it comes to, demonstrating their knowledge. Okay, so we find out that this again is one way that we enhance our student employability, and we usually encourage, candidates that are coming to consider this option. So this is not just for business and accounting. It's also the same for accounting and finance, or business and finance courses that we have. Then for the economics and finance, again, similar stuff. You also have the placement. Now with this particular one, is mainly coursework. Okay, it's mainly coursework. Coursework means that you need to write a report, and then you submit that report at the end of the semester. And then economics and business, again, like I said, when I explained business and accounting, this sort of course is designed for people that want to have a blend of economics and business. Okay, or the previous one, economics and finance. If you want to have a blend of economics and business, then this course is for you. In terms of the assessment for accounting and finance, like I said earlier, it includes exams. Okay, it includes exam. Majority of the modules are assessed based on exams. And the way the exams are usually designed, it will have both numerical and essay style question. So I can, in my module, for example, student we answer, let's assume about multiple choice question, about 20 multiple choice questions, and then later they will have some other options in terms of long questions. There may be 3 long questions. They will be asked to pick, some, maybe 2 or so from there, and then there will be another option again whereby they will also ask to pick 1 question. Okay, and all of these questions will be balanced in the sense that some will be calculation, that is numerical, while some will be essay, where you'll be asked to either define, describe, or explain certain concepts. Now, because these are undergraduate courses, for you to pass a particular module, you need to score 40% and above. Okay, unlike the master's program, whereby you need to score 50% and above. Like I said earlier, for the accounting and finance course, it is linked to ACCA, and not just ACCA, it's also linked to CIMA, and it's also linked to the England and Wales Chartered Accounting Body as well. Now, for the ACCA, you will get 9 exemptions. Okay, you have 9 exemptions overall. For CIMA, you have 8 exemptions. For Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales, you have up to 5 exemptions. Now, our selling point is the ACCA. Okay, our selling point is the ACCA, having 9 exemptions. So you're just left with about 3 papers left to become a chartered accountant. Okay, so the accounting and finance course itself is directly linked to these professional bodies, because that's the main selling point for those courses. And then we have business management. Now, this is another course that we have in the business department. Now, like I said, there are other courses there. This is just me explaining a few of them. Now, this course is for those sort of candidates that want to understand how business operates. Okay, people want to understand the theory of business management. We have the full-time, again, which is three years to complete. Then we have the part-time, which will take up to 5 to 6 years. And then there's also the online distance learning. So for those of us that perhaps are busy at the moment, maybe we're an entrepreneur, we're managers, we do not have the time to come to the UK for a full-time study, you can take the online distance learning route. Okay, like I said, there are other courses that we have in our website that have the online learning provisions. Okay, not just this one that I'm explaining here today. So for you to know more about this course, please email Lisa Bodbridge. She is the one that will help address any query. She's the course leader. Not only her, I think she has about 2 other colleagues that helps her because it's a big course. All right, but she will be the best contact, regarding this particular course. So this is how it is structured. Okay, level 4. I think I have a more. Yes. So this is how it is structured, and when you get to your level 6, you have options. You have options to specialize in HR. You have the options to specialize in marketing. You also have the options to specialize in enterprise. Okay, so at level 6, that's your final year, you'll be asked to pick a particular option. Okay, so when you finish your program, you'll be a specialist in that particular area. All right. Now, student essentials. I'll be explaining, some of the resources that you have as a student with us. Usually at Wolverhampton, we have what we call blended learning system. We have the online platform, and then we also have, the face-to-face system, whereby you can come to classroom. After the classroom face-to-face, you can go on Canvas, and then all that have been discussed in the classroom is online. Okay, so you have this sort of blended approach to learning. And if for any reason you missed the class, again, you can go to the online platform and review all of the materials there. So as a student of University of Wolverhampton, you will have all of these applications. You have access to Microsoft 360, you have Outlook emails, you have Microsoft Word, you also have Microsoft Teams for virtual meetings. We also have other apps, for example, my WFV app. This is the app you will use to check your timetable. You can also use it to check your results. You can use it to do a lot of things while you're a student here at the University of Wolverhampton. So just to explain our visual learning environment, and the main application we use there is Canvas. Now, Canvas is the platform where you will find all of the materials, that will be covered in the classroom. Now, when I mean materials, it means the modules. Okay, if I'm doing accounting and finance, for example, taxation, everything will be on Canvas. So every week before I go for my class, the materials are there. In fact, all of the materials that you need to study all through that particular semester, they're already on Canvas. There are videos there for you to review. It's just up to you to go and review them in your independent study. And we also use Canvas for discussions, for announcements. If we need to send you a message, we'll send you a message and you receive that through your Outlook email. Now, as a student of University of Wolverhampton, you will have an email account, which will be your student email. Okay, and now all official communications will be going to that email. You can synchronize your private email to your official email. So when you receive email to your official email, you get a notification in your private, maybe Yahoo or Gmail email, that somebody has emailed you, and you will not miss any communication because you are using more than one emails. So engagement with your learning. Here at University of Wolverhampton, we take engagement very seriously. In the classroom, there will be a lot of activities that will be organized, presentations, group work, tasks. It could be individual tasks. Accounting sometimes involve case study and numerical activities. And again, attendance is very important. However, if you're unable to attend, you have the app. It's just for you to check in sick, or you give reasons why you are not around. However, if there is no communication, then that'll be a problem. Why? Because we need every student to engage. So engagement is very important here at the University of Wolverhampton. Now, during the teaching period, you also have opportunities for formative feedback. So, for example, if I am a student and I'm submitting my assessment in January next year, okay, before that time, I have the opportunity to have a chat with my lecturers. I have the opportunity to show my lecturer my work, to say, okay, this is my report, this is the draft, this is what I've done. Can you give me feedback? So at Wolverhampton, we have that opportunity here across all courses, across all modules. Okay, you have the opportunity to share your work with your tutors to give you written feedback. And then after the feedback, if you need more clarity, it's just for you to drop an email and the lecturer will book an appointment with you. You can come in person to the office, or you can have it online to explain the feedback to you before you submit the work. Okay, so that is one way we ensure that students are engaged with us in class and outside the classroom. So how you will be supported, we have a very elaborate and variety of support system here at Wolverhampton. Now we have institutional system, that is the university as a whole, and the main channel is Ask at WFV. Now, Ask at WFV, if you have our app, it's just for you to click a button and then you follow the instructions and then put your query. Now, that information or query will go to the individual that is required to respond to that information. That is at the university level. So every student has that app. Every student, know how to operate that app, because we will teach you during the induction. How, in fact, we will tell everybody to download it, and once we are happy you've downloaded, then we'll help you register. So once you have all of that on ground, you can just go to the app. If you need to go on Canvas, or you need to go on eVision, because that is where you're going to make any queries, or if you have any questions, just go there and click, and that information will go to the individual that is responsible. If, for example, you don't want to use the app, because we know that sometimes technology, is not everybody's thing. You feel like you want to talk to somebody. You don't want to, just send emails or click a button. You want to have a chat. Again, we have a hub, all right? At the city campus or any of the campuses across the different locations, you can walk into that campus, into that particular hub, and ask your question. Okay, so we have in-person or online. You can as well give them a ring. We have a telephone number, you give them a ring, and then they will pass you on to that individual that can help you. So the support system at the university level is very robust. We also have support system at the university level in terms of well-being, in terms of safety, mental health, risk, in terms of first aider that will always be in the building at a particular time. So all of this has to do with the university policy. Okay, students sometimes they may be stressed out, they need help with mental health due to academic work. There are support available. Okay, we usually share this information with students, usually at the induction where they just start with us, and then every module tutor or leader will also reiterate that in class in case student needs help. We also have a very vibrant student union. Okay, student union, their reps, Yvonne, she's always on ground to take student queries. They're always on ground to support students. Sometimes they do organize events just to help students create that work-life balance, okay, on campus. So we usually encourage every student to pop into their hub and engage in the activities that they have. They usually organize a lot of activities just to make the semester very exciting and engaging for students. We have a library. Our library is packed with a lot of materials and resources for students. Usually, because we know that majority of our students are international students, they may need help with English, they may need help with assessing materials, they may need help with even drafting assessment. Okay, all of these sort of support is available in the library. I usually tell my students, do not suffer in silence. Just go to the library, ask your questions, and there will be someone there that can support you. It could even be one-to-one support, okay, with maths, with English, with finding resources, materials, articles. If we do not have the journal articles, or if we do not have the book, you can request for it, and the library will make it available for you. Okay, yes, it may take 2 days or 3 days for them to buy it and bring it over, but just make the request. So the library is there to provide you resources. Usually I tell my students, why are you buying textbooks? Go to the library, go and borrow there. They can even borrow you a laptop, so we have all of these resources available, here at the University of Wolverhampton. Now, let's narrow it down from the institutional support to more specific and niche support. We also have academic coaches. Now, the academic coaches, these are individuals that work with universities with the main responsibility to support students. So a group of students are assigned to these individuals. What they do, they provide pastoral support. So for example, if you are struggling with a particular module, and you just need someone to help you, that is what the academic coach will do for you. They can help you design a timetable if you don't know how to organize your time. If you are suffering from procrastination, everybody's suffering from procrastination sometimes. So they are there to help you to design a timetable if, for example, the student is struggling with maybe a timetable, for example, the classes is not fitting with their convenience. Again, the academic coaches can draw the attention of the module leader and help the student to get something that the student is happy with. So this sort of support is narrowed down to particular students. Okay, and we have that not only at the postgraduate level but also at the undergraduate level as well. Also, we have the Career, Enterprise, and Workplace Hub. Now, this is where students go to if they are looking for placement. This is where students go to if they want to design a CV. All right. Now, many a times, everybody thinks CV is not difficult. Just put your name, your qualifications. That is a CV. No, you need to have a CV that is well written, a winning CV, a CV that will even give you the job before you go for the interview. Now, at this hub, you have professionals, you have people that have experience, that are qualified to help you design your CV. Now, when you go there, they will ask you to design whatever you have, to just bring whatever you have. Based on what you have, they will help you niche out a professional CV. If there are job opportunity, they will send that to you to apply. They can even prepare you for interviews. Okay, they can prepare you for interviews. So they are there to help you get that job. That is why you see our employability rate of our students is so high, 80-something% and above. So while you are studying with us, we are giving you opportunities. We are preparing you not only in the classroom, we are preparing you outside the classroom to get that job. Because when you go out of this university and you get a job, we are fulfilled. So that's sort of programs and ways that we try to make sure that when you are coming out of our institution, you get that job that you're looking for. And just to add to that, we have a new program now that is called Forage. Now, Forage is linked to every module. For example, in my module for the international MBA course, students will do some activities with JP Morgan. I believe we all know JP Morgan, which is a big international bank. Now, when you complete these activities, okay, you get a certificate. Now, that certificate will tell future employers that you have done something with JP Morgan. Okay. Now, every employer will be very excited to have you, with so much experience to work for them because you have worked with JP Morgan. So we create this in every module, such that when you go through those sort of process, you have certificates, you have qualifications that you can add to your own degree that will, increase your chance to get a job. We also have a mentoring scheme. Now, with the mentoring scheme, this is where professionals will mentor you. Now, this scheme is available for the final year students, usually the undergraduate students. Okay, usually the undergraduate students. So when you're in your level 6, that's your final year, we will pair you with a director in a company. These are British companies, captain of industries, people that manage multi-million-pound companies. They will mentor you, they will guide you, they will help you. If your CV is not right, they will give you suggestions. They will even tell you to apply to some companies that they have the network. All right. Now we've got good results from this. We have some of our students that are working with JP Morgan. We have students that are working in the top 5 companies because of this mentoring scheme. All right. So when you have a senior director, a CEO help you, mentoring you, your chances of progressing is so high. So we have this available for our undergraduate students if you are interested. So thank you very much for listening, and any questions?
Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you very much.
Shall we start the questions?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. So I can start with the question that student says, I have law LLB degree. Can I apply to finance MSc? Do you require work experience for that?
Okay. So if you have, what does he or she said he has? Law
LLB, like
law.
degree. Law.
Okay. Yes. Okay, thank you for that. So yes, if you have law degree, means your first degree, you will be considered. I think what we want to see will be your personal statement, where you will tell us what you've done, why are you interested in this course, and what do you expect to get out of it. But you will be considered, because the finance and accounting MSc is not designed for just accounting students. Okay, I have a student that did engineering, civil engineering in my class. Okay, so he doesn't have any accounting background, but he scored a very high grade. So yes, you will be considered.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you offer work placement, and what is the process for that?
Okay, all right, another very good question. Like I said, the workplace hub, or workplace and enterprise hub, that is what they do. Like I said, some courses have placements, some courses does not. However, like I said, depend on what you're doing. If you're doing an undergraduate course, you can take, after the second year, you can go for 1 year, sandwich program. Now, before you go for that sandwich program, you need to register your interest. Okay, you register your interest with the workplace and enterprise. They will help you find that job. All right, or perhaps if there are job opportunities, they will be sending it to you, okay, for you to apply, so that by the time you finish your second year, you will have that job to go to for 1 year and then come back and finish your third year. Okay, so yes, we have opportunities at the workplace. It's just for you to express interest. If you do not tell them that you're looking for, they will not know that you're looking for. So once you register with them, you'll be receiving newsletters, you'll be receiving updates in your emails, job opportunities, you'll be receiving lots of updates, news, trainings from them regarding what you've applied for. Okay, but if you do not register with them, you will not, because it's an optional program. Okay, it's an optional program. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you accept major students who is older than 30? I guess they asked for undergraduates.
Yes, we do accept mature students. I think we are happy to have mature students, because you see, you are coming with so much experience, and with that experience, it makes the class very interesting. For example, let's assume I'm teaching a group of students and I have someone that have 30 years or let's say 10 years as a manager, and I'm teaching them something that has to do with management. That'll be very exciting because that person's input will add value to the other classmates. So yes, we are looking for mature students.
Thank you. That's really
You're
great.
welcome. Yeah.
What is the payments procedure? Is there any installments option?
Oh yes, there is installment option available. I think Osaze can also attest to that. I think it has been updated now, but from what I know is, as an international student, you'll be required to pay a deposit. I think somewhere around £3,000. After that £3,000, you come in, you register, you enroll. I think you'll be given a date to pay another amount, and then they'll give you. I think the installments will be spread out 3 times. I think there are about 3 installments.
Yeah, I can shed some light on this actually. So
Yes.
the payment plans have actually been updated. International students will have to pay a £4,000 deposit after they receive the unconditional offer letter. And then once the deposit has been paid, we will issue the CAS letter, which will enable you to apply for your visa. And once you have applied for your visa and you have received all the necessary documents for you to come to the UK, you will be invited to attend your online enrollment, at which stage you will need to pay 50% of the remaining tuition fees. So let's say, for example, your tuition fees are £14,000. You are required to pay £4,000 as a deposit. So you're left with £10,000. 50% of £10,000 you will be required to pay at enrollment stage, and then the remaining 50% will be paid in the second semester.
Thank you. Can I ask additional question about that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any CAS request deadline?
Yes, we do. Depending on each intake, we have different deadlines, and usually we do advertise them for each intake. So for September intake, for example, at the moment, I don't have the deadlines in front of me, but I know the deadline is sometime in August, I think second week of August.
Okay, thank you. Another question about accommodation. If you want, I can ask now, or if you want to explain more, then I can ask them later as well.
I think Peace also has a presentation from a student perspective, right, Peace?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay. If you want, I can ask them after that.
Perfect, thank you. So for those of you who don't know, Peace is one of our students. He also was awarded the regional scholarship and also was part of our student ambassador scheme. So he's going to talk to you more about life at Wolverhampton University from a student's perspective.
Okay. Hello, guys. My name is Osazepi Sidahosa. So I'll be sharing my experience here at the University of Wolverhampton. Okay, I don't know if we can my screen because I'm sharing my screen now. Can we see the screen, please?
Yes, it's loading, I think.
It's loading right now, but it didn't.
Is it up now? Yeah, I think it's up.
You should press the presence button and then share screen.
There you go.
I guess, yeah. Okay.
Oh, you can see my screen now, right? Hello.
Yes, we can see it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here is Osazepi Sidahosa, and I'll be sharing my experience at the University of Wolverhampton. Dr. Osage has already delved into so many of the things I drafted to talk about, and it simply means the uniformity of information across the university. First, I'm an international student from Nigeria with a global passion with passion for leadership and public speaking. I actually graduated from one of the courses that Mr. Osage talked about, the International Masters of Business Administration with professional practice at the University of Wolverhampton Business School. I believe that education is not worth the effort if we cannot translate the knowledge we gain to solving real life and societal problems. I'll just talk quickly about the city of Wolverhampton because I see some of the questions being asked are coming in this direction. Well, the city of Wolverhampton is located in the West Midland region of the United Kingdom. In the UK, we have 9 regions, and when I mean the center, it means it's right at the heart. You can easily navigate your way to different parts of the UK from the center of the country where the university is located. The residents of Wolverhampton are known for their warm and highly receptive nature. In 2020, right before I made my choice to study at the university, I made some research and I discovered that the Wolverhampton was ranked as the best place to live in the UK across all categories, which include friendly and polite reception of residents, safety, upkeep of the area, trust and happiness. And all this contributed to the ranking of the city as the best place to live in the UK. Also, some people will definitely have students, we always have economic consideration. The cost of living in Wolverhampton is lower than most cities in the UK, and it's home to a lot of attractions like the Molineux Stadium, home stadium of Wolverhampton Wanderers Football Club, Wolverhampton Art Gallery, Wolverhampton Theatre, the West Park, and of course, my beloved University of Opportunity, the University of Wolverhampton. About the university, I'm speaking from a student perspective. The university, these are all considerations that I had before making my choice, okay? The university has over 180 years of teaching experience. You know, there is a saying that experience is the best teacher. So you are coming to a school that has been in the business for a very long time. The university currently have 4 campuses. We have the City Campus, the Warsaw Campus, the Telford Campus, and the Springfield Campus. The university also has 3 faculties made up of 15 schools and has a student population of over 24,000 enrolled across all her programs worldwide. Like I mentioned earlier, the reasons I choose the university because of its wealth of experience. Like my course, the Masters of Business Administration with Professional Practice, it has accreditation, which Mr. Osage talked about, and that gives you professional recognition across the globe. The university also boasts of experienced lecturers and professors drawn from a wide spectrum of discipline with industrial experience. Some of them have held senior positions, and some are still holding as well, based on my experience with some of the teachers that taught me. The university has one of the highest quality learning environments, which meets high academic standard obtainable in the UK and the world. Some of the reasons I chose Wolverhampton continues. The university is known for leading and groundbreaking research. Recently at the university, some of our students and researchers, they discovered a compound in certain frog species that could lead to a new treatment for type 2 diabetes, which is a very serious medical ailment. The university boasts of a state-of-art infrastructures and facilities like the modern library, the laboratory, the lecture halls, the science park, IT laboratory, the library, which is the Learning Resource Center, and hostel accommodations. And also there are computers everywhere around the university buildings across the different campuses where you can easily access, even if you don't have one Okay, staff support is top notch. I remember how I got support with my CV and the jobs board. Thanks to the jobs board, there is support for mental health, library service, admissions team. You can keep naming. There's just so much, and also when you come to the university, there are events that are being organized, like the international fair, where you can showcase your culture. Over at the university, we believe in diversity, and because of that, they try to promote this in any way possible. Okay, the university will support you with creating and updating your CV, like I already said, and the virtual learning experience is just so amazing because you have everything you are being taught at your disposition. You can be in your house everywhere. You can still access everything you are being taught. Okay. Um, okay, the student union, Mr. Osagi already talked about that. There is room for everybody in the student union. For the past 2 years that I know, the leadership of the student union are people from international scene. So this is showing you that there is room for anybody. Just anyone can apply to become a leader with the student union. And we have realization sports, we have games, we have gyms and gaming centers and computers and all that around the SU lounge. Okay. The university is located centrally, like I said before, and because of that, it gives you a whole lot of advantage with transportation. You can link up with any part of the UK, and someone like me that like to travel, I have actually explored that a lot. I've been to the big cities in the country like Birmingham, London, Manchester, and so on. So I'll just show this. Yeah, this is my first day in the UK at about 10:30 a.m. in Birmingham International Airport on the night of October 2021. Yeah, just rolling back the time. Yeah, this was my first day at the university. The time I came to the uni, we had there was COVID, so you have to isolate for 10 days. So when I came on the 9th, I could only resume on the 18th. Yeah, this is some time out with some friends at the university. Um, Also, yeah, my trip to some UK cities. Um, okay, yeah. And also, I love sports, and you can see me to your left with a medal and with some of my friends at the indoor sports hall at the university. And this is me receiving the the Global Opportunities Regional Scholarships on the 17th of November 2021. Of course, you can see that there's a meal for the day. And also, like I said before, this is one of the time I was honored to make a presentation to other scholars as well. This is the Rosa Lane Franklin building right behind me, where you see the University of Opportunity inscripted. And also, I had a picture with the Hall of Fame at the university. The lady I'm pointing to on this picture, she's from my country, and I'm hoping someday I'll be on this Hall of Fame as well. Yeah, at Wolverhampton, you have a lot of real adjacent sports. This is me on one of those days going out to have some good time with friends at the university. And this is a classroom experience. One of my class sections with top industry experts being invited. If you look properly at the screen, you can see some of the top business experts in the UK talking with us in classroom. And from these and many more classes I had, I believe that the learning goals were met, as I can still remember most of the things I was taught. I can reel out, but for lack of time, I can reel out how I was taught how to make financial decisions. You have to analyze investments. You have to know how to fund an investment, understanding contemporary issues in international human resources. understanding operations management, strategic marketing, global marketing, and the master's program, as well as my placement opportunity. So all of this put together made the whole learning experience something I cherish. And I believe that the knowledge that I desired while starting this program was imbibed. And I feel confident and prepared for a managerial role in no time. Yeah, we talked about the library. This is the library at the university. You have a self-service where you can borrow books and all that as well. There are also computers that you can use. And also, I worked as an international student ambassador, where you can work for 20 hours as an international student, and then you can make some small money to keep in your pocket. And I would like to say you will have time when you come to study at the university for other things that you like. This is me playing the piano. Although the university uphold academic excellence, which you must also uphold when you study with us here at the university, you can make a whole lot of time because of the structure of the programs that we have here, that you can still do other things that you love, other things you have flair for, and other things you have passion for, just for you to create a balance for everything. Okay. And finally, I would recommend the University of Wolverhampton for any prospective students, because my experience here can only be described as an opportunity. If you are looking for the best student experience with endless opportunities, then I propose to you the University of Wolverhampton. Thanks again to share my experience at the university, and thank you all for your time.
Thank you for the presentation. It was great to hear all of the experiences from students. There are two questions. Do you provide guarantee accommodation for master students? Because most of the universities provide guarantee accommodation for just bachelor students.
We do offer accommodation for postgraduate students as well. They just need to make sure that they apply as soon as possible before the deadline.
Okay, thank you. And I guess they asked before the presentation, they asked, is this city safe for students?
So Wolverhampton is a small city at the heart of the West Midlands area. Being a small city, obviously, it's quite safe, quite secure. Students who choose to live on campus, we also have 24/7 security available, so it's quite a safe campus as well. So there are no reasons why students shouldn't feel safe in the city.
Okay, thank you. And I guess the questions are finished. Maybe I can ask one more additional.
Sure.
Do you have any scholarships related arts or sports?
We do, yes. So we do have scholarships that are available for international students. We have two types of scholarships. We have a merit-based scholarship, which basically the admissions team is looking at the students' qualifications, and depending on their grades, they can get between £1,000 and £2,000. That's the merit-based scholarship. And then we have the regional scholarship that Osaze got as well. So that regional scholarship is limited. We only have 20 scholarships per academic year, and the scholarship is worth £3,000. And for that one, you need to submit a separate application, and you need to write an essay. You need to answer 3 questions and basically explain how you would benefit from receiving the scholarship. And we have a panel, a jury that will assess all the essays. And then at the end, we will announce the winners. So these are the 2 scholarships. And on top of that, we have a sports scholarship, which depends on the level of representation. So if students are involved in any sports. How are they playing? Is it locally, nationally, regionally, internationally? And based on that and their achievements, they can get between £500 and £1,000.
That's great. Thank you.
You're
So the questions are done. Okay.
Yeah, just to add quickly, Wolverhampton, just like Osaze mentioned, is at the heart of the United Kingdom. It's just less than 20 minutes to Birmingham, which is the biggest city, and to London is about 2 hours by train. To Manchester, I think it's about 1 hour by train, then 1 hour 20 minutes if you're driving. So it's not too far away from the big cities. And like Sazem mentioned earlier, if you have a passion for traveling, seeing different places, it's at the heart of the United Kingdom, and the transportation link is superb.
And another reason why Wolverhampton University is a perfect destination for international students is the fact that we have one of the lowest tuition fees in the country. And also because Wolverhampton is a small city, it also has a low cost of living, which makes it a perfect destination for students who not necessarily have the financial resources to study at a Russell Brook University, but they would like to obtain a degree from the United Kingdom. So Wolverhampton is ideal for that kind of students. Obviously, we welcome all kinds of students from all backgrounds, but this is another reason why students should choose Wolverhampton University. And like my colleague mentioned earlier, because we are located at the heart of the UK, close proximity to Birmingham, which is the biggest city outside London. We also have Birmingham Airport, which makes the students' international traveling even easier. They don't have to go to London or Manchester. They can fly straight from Birmingham Airport, which has direct connections all over the world. And even if they don't, they have connections with a stop in another country. So that is another convenient reason why students should choose Wolverhampton University.
Thank you so much. Do you want to add anything?
I think, like my colleague mentioned, if there are any questions, you can always contact us on the website. We also have a chat box open for students, and you get the chance to speak with one of our staff members or student ambassadors. Osaze already touched on the fact that we have a student ambassador scheme, so you can work and study at the same time at our university. International students are allowed to work 20 hours per week as per visa regulations, so you can support yourself in a way whilst you are studying, and the schedule is quite flexible, so you can choose how many hours and when you want to work, which is ideal for international students. And yeah, if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to contact us. We have a variety of regional managers, and I'm one of them, for example, and I would be more than happy to arrange one-to-one sessions. If you're feeling a bit shy and you would like to speak personally with one of us and have like a counseling session, no problem, we can arrange that for you, and we can take it from there.
Thank you for your time in your presentations. So
thank you for having us.
Have a great night. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. All right.
Bye.